Judge-elect Cullum, you're qualified.
I can do it.
All right.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity that we have to come together for these guys to discuss the business of the county. Lord, I just ask for direction. I ask for guidance. Lord, we ask for your protection. Lord, it's a crazy world that we're living in, and we are constantly beset by distractions and things not of you. Lord, we ask a blessing on everybody here and ask this in your son's precious name.
Yeah, thank you.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. We're in a regularly scheduled Eastland County Commissioners Court meeting. For the record, all commissioners and county judge are here, so we do have a quorum. Also at the table, county clerk and county auditor. Item number 1 is to read and sign the minutes. I have 2 sets of minutes. And one is from October 24th, the regular meeting, and one from November the 7th on the special meeting. Anyone have any questions, comments, additions, or deletions? Hearing none, can we have a motion to accept those 2 sets of minutes as prepared?
Motion second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. All right, that takes us to item number 2, discuss, consider any proposed or pending contracts and agreements. I haven't been presented with any after we did the filing of the agenda, unless somebody brings up something this morning. All right, no action on number 2. Number 3 is Veteran Service Officer to invite county commissioners to the Veterans Awards ceremony November 16th. Ruben Zarate. Uh-oh, he was just here.
Sorry, guys.
Hey,
Sorry.
that reminds me, mine's on too. Let me turn that down. How are you doing?
Busy as always.
Good?
The reason for this is I want to invite all the commissioners and everybody that's in this room. I'm doing a big historical presentation this Wednesday, the 16th. It's called the Presidential Volunteer Service Award, come from the White House. I was tasked to do this project because they've been waiting for years to do it, and they could never get a hold of nobody here. So, John Eastland did a great job anyway. I don't know why they didn't task him to do it. So, but anyway, what I came here for is to give all the commissioners an invitation. It's a RSVP. I would love to have all of y'all here. I mean, y'all are part of the group, part of the county courthouse, and we'll have Senator Birdwell has confirmed that he will be here. State Representative Stephen Spiller will be here. We reached out to Governor Abbott, and he declined our request, which was kind of saddened, but that's okay. So did Patrick. They denied also. We're still waiting to see the White House is going to send an undersecretary. That's up in the air. We should, if we don't hear nothing from today, then we're going to just rule them out and all that. So courthouse will be busy on Wednesday. We're expecting a little over 100 people from all over the state of Texas coming here for this. And 2 representatives out of Oklahoma will be here too. So it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't know if you know Dr. Holt from Dallas. I've never heard of him. He runs everything in the VA, everything, the DAVs. He runs the VA hospitals. He's a top dog. We're expecting him. And Judge Fields, the DAV and me and everybody else has, how do I say this word right? More important to this community than he is. To me, that's in my view. That's what I told him. So if you can do a presentation on the Volunteer Presidential Award, and what it all entails and all that, that takes the burden off of me trying to explain it.
Okay.
You're smarter than I am. But anyway, you'll be the keynote speaker.
Okay.
And all that. So here's the invitation. If it's an RSVP, if you write your name in the back of it, if you're going to attend, that way I know. I'm going to try to find special seating for everybody up there in the courthouse on the 3rd floor. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. So, because we've got all these veterans coming in, they're receiving the awards. It's two individuals and one group. So there's 3 presidential awards that are going out, and it's going to be amazing. So, love to have you all there.
And that's this Wednesday,
This Wednesday,
9
November,
o'clock.
not 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning. After we get done and Pastor Masson says the closing prayer, I'll dismiss everybody. And then we're going to the Conley Hotel on the 8th floor. I got it rented out on the 8th floor. We'll have brisket and all the fixings up there. We'll have a cake and have pictures taken, all that with you and the senators and the guys. And there's where we'll do all the picture takings up there. Okay.
So at 10 o'clock, it's in the Court of Appeals courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
And then dismissed to
to
the
over there.
8th floor? Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll ask Chief Hullum and Sheriff Wagner. I'll get with them and see maybe if we can get an escort over there, kind of block the road off. I don't want nobody hitting the first senators or any of us kind of just block it off while we cross the road or something. Because I like to have everybody meet down on the 2nd floor in the center and then walk out the north side of the office and just go walk on down there.
Okay.
About what time would that be?
I'm saying we'll probably dismiss about 11:15, 11:20 somewhere, and then just walk over there.
Okay.
If it's possible, I'm not saying, yeah, I want you to do it. If it's possible,
Yeah, we'll try.
if it doesn't burden y'all in any way.
Yeah, we'll try to make it work.
Okay, but y'all gonna be there, right, to eat with us?
I won't be because I'm actually going to my first judicial training this week.
Our incoming judge ain't gonna be here.
I know.
I'll
Anyway,
for sure be at the ceremony. I'll try to make the afternoon, but I've got a 1 o'clock meeting I'm supposed to make. So we'll see if I can be over there for the 1 o'clock lunch and all that, but I'll certainly be upstairs.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, it'd be good to have you over there too, so we can do
Right.
all the picture taking and stuff with everybody and all that, so. But here's, who do I hand this to? I hand to you.
Give it to her and she can hand it around to everybody, and anybody that wants to sign up to it, just sign up, and then how do we get that information back to you? You gonna come by and pick that up?
Yeah, I'll come by,
Okay.
Loretta's office, or who do I come get it from you? I'll come
Yeah,
get it from
you
you.
can get it from me.
I'll come
Yeah.
get it
There
from
you go.
Kathy. So I hope to see y'all there on the 16th. It's gonna be it's historical. It's never been done before in the history of this county or outside the county. We researched it and it hadn't been nowhere around this area.
Yep.
So everybody's excited about it.
Good job, Ruben.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank y'all very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thanks for your time.
We'll get that handed around, and then Kathy, you can have it for him.
Is that a yes that you're showing us?
Okay, next up is item number 4, approve the Reserve Deputy Sheriff's bond. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have one to approve. It's on a Ronald Allen Hall. He has done his statement of appointed officer, his oath of office, and then he's got his bond, and then all we need is for the court to approve it and you to sign it.
Okay,
I'll make the motion, Judge, I'll let you sign it.
all right. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries.
Sorry, Judge, I didn't give you much room to sign.
That's all right. Is it right here?
Right by your name. You'll squeeze it above it maybe, or
Okay.
beside it. I'm
And
sorry.
then the date?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am. All right, that brings us up to number 5. Discuss, consider executing Tyler Technologies UCMS Project Management Plan, Data Conversion Plan, and Configuration Management Plan for Eastland County.
Yes, sir. It was brought to our attention in one of those Zoom meetings that we had that these were not executed yet. So I told Mr. Griggs with Tyler that I would bring those to the court. And like I said, it's a project management plan, data conversion plan, configuration management plan.
Okay. Gentlemen, any questions or comments about allowing me to sign these plans with Tyler for our data management? Okay. Can we have a motion then to allow me to sign these plans as outlined by Ms. Gento?
Motion.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries.
Thank you. And I will get those back to Tyler.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Do you want me to sign these for your records?
No.
Oh,
I-
okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right, and that takes us on to item number 6. Discuss, consider justice court participation in the Tyler software program. And I've got Judge Glenn, Judge Spear, right back. Okay, there you go. Gentlemen, you want to come on down? And we're gonna need one more chair.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, at one of our recent meetings, we've been having these Zoom meetings with Tyler, county clerk's office, district clerk's office, my office, Linda when I'm not available. And it came to our attention that the justice court was lagging a little bit behind about catching up. So we need to know, we're kind of to the point now, as has been explained to me, we've got to get the justice court either caught up or realize that you're not gonna be part of the Tyler system. So kind of tell me where you are in this process.
As of Thursday, we're caught up.
Okay,
As of Thursday, we've also found out that they had the wrong email addresses for us. We're not getting the information we need to know about this stuff. And I've also told you before, when they schedule these meetings at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm elected to have hearings. I'm not elected to sit there at their beck and call and listen in on their Zoom meetings. And that's pretty much at the standstill we were at.
okay, Judge Spear?
We're up to date. We talked to him, was it Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday, we talked to him. We said, hey, what else we need to do? And they said nothing. In fact, they said
Okay.
they're probably gonna try to come by one day this week.
Okay,
Somebody.
Good.
Was gonna come by and visit with us, but no,
all caught up and looking good now.
that's what
Okay.
we asked him. We said, hey, we're getting called on the carpet for something, and he said, y'all are good to go right now.
And was that Clint Griggs that y'all
Yes.
in
Yes.
contact with? Okay,
Yes.
good. That's who kind of puts them together for us anyway. I don't know,
Yeah.
a little bit different across the board there.
We've
but-
all got together. Now, there's been a couple of times where we've set up a meeting and we'd get called out and we'd tell them, hey, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So, but Thursday, it was John and I and Stephanie was all, they had some things that they just need to ask her to.
Right,
She got all that cleared up and
good.
he said, we're good to go.
I just didn't want y'all to get left behind once we move to Tyler because net data is not being supported, which is what you're on now, I'm assuming. And so net data, if it gets the least little bit off and you're not on something else, you're gonna turn on your screen and it's just gonna go black. There won't be anything to go to. So if you're caught up, everything is good.
That's
All
what
right.
we were told Thursday.
Anybody else? All right, good deal. All right, good. Well, that's good. Justice Court is caught up on the Tyler software. Thank you. All right, that takes us to item number 7. Discuss and consider purchase of lots in Carbon for construction of Precinct 3 equipment shed. Commissioner Wilson, kind of bring us up to date. I know you and I and Judge-elect Hullum have talked about this, but tell everybody else where we are on this process.
Yes, sir. I have talked to Miss Gaza now a couple of times, and she took it to city council, and they decided if we was still interested in it, that they would like to sell it to us for $2,000. It was the lot that we proposed before the big fire that they own, and she has went to her legal counsel, I guess, and they told her we didn't have to they didn't have to go out for bids on the land because it's a government entity that is wanting to purchase it, and she has contacted Lynn, I believe, and just needs to get it surveyed, and then I think we'll move forward after that, and she's trying to get it done before the end of the year to make everything simple, but who knows how everything runs or how fast it runs.
Any idea on when the survey might be done?
No, sir, I ain't heard any more back on that.
Okay.
They was out a couple of times, but she said she was gonna keep contacting them.
Okay.
I'll run by there and see if he might be there today and check with him again. I went by there last Monday and he was out. Yes, sir.
And just to remind everybody, we sold that land, the yard down in Gorman for $23,000, and then they gave us an additional $3,000 for a contract to get onto the yard and start using it before the deal closed.
Yeah.
So Precinct 3 has got $26,000 to use to buy the land and do the equipment shed. There'll be some legal expenses that'll come up on the land on our side, whatever needs to be done there. And Judge-elect Hullum, I think, is on board with moving forward with that if it doesn't happen in the next 47 days. So,
And I did mention to the judge after we talked that, I know their money's real tight, that we didn't mind any of the legal stuff we would need to help pay for. We didn't mind doing that, is the way I looked at it.
well, we sure need a title policy to make sure that there's free, clear title to the land. And that's based on the purchase price, so a $2,000 title policy won't cost much. There's kind of a minimum for that.
Yeah, okey-doke.
in my
Yes, sir.
experience. But it's in the county's best interest to have a title policy when you go to buy land.
Yes, sir.
You'll have to have a survey done so we can have a legal description of that. What we decide that was, an acre?
Yes, sir.
About an acre?
Acre, nearly exact.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
It's moving forward now. They kind of caught up after all the burning and stuff. I think we're going that way.
Do we need some approval from Commissioners Court at this point to at least verbally tell the city of Carbon that we want to buy that land after we get the process?
That's probably a good idea, Judge, I would think.
Okay. We've got to get through the surveying and then the title work and all that's got to be done. So at this time, gentlemen, any questions or comments about this process? All right, can we have a motion then to at least verbally agree that we will buy that 1 acre approximately of land from the city of Carbon that's been identified by Commissioner Wilson?
Motion.
Second.
All right, motion made, seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. And it is unanimous. All right,
Thank you,
good deal.
thank
Well,
you.
I guess keep me up on it, and
Yes, sir.
whenever you need to bring something back to the Commissioner Court about it, let me know.
Yes, sir.
All right. That brings us to item number 8, discuss, consider adoption of Eastland County Accident Prevention Plan. Ms. Key.
After last Commissioners Court, the court wanted to change will to may, and I went through the policy, and everywhere other than if it has something to do with workers' comp, because workers' comp is a will, a shall. But everywhere other than that, I changed it to may. And I sent this out to all the department heads, and as of yesterday evening, I've not heard back from any of them one way or the other.
I never got time to
I
get
didn't
back.
it. You sent it to us too?
No, I didn't send,
Okay.
well,
I didn't get it if you sent it to us.
Sheriff said he didn't get it.
you didn't get it?
I got it, but I didn't have time to get back with you.
Did you
I've
have
got
issues
notes.
on it? Did you,
Well, the will, and I do have several questions. Let me see. And I haven't seen the new version, so you might have already got it.
Miss Andrew, you said you got it?
I got it, but I didn't. So on page 3, 1.3, I put a question mark in there about department heads with the assistance of safety committee members are responsible and will be accountable to ensure. How will we know about this? I mean, whose job is it to let the department heads or elected officials know that we are to
Which
administer the training?
paragraph are you in?
It's the third one from the bottom. About participating in the safety committee meetings, assisting with development of safety policies, conducting or assisting accident investigations. And then it goes down, department heads will, with the assistance of the safety committee. Well, we don't ever know about the meetings. We don't ever know what the gentleman from TAC is even here doing. So how can we participate when we don't know about it?
how often does he come by from TAC? Once a year?
Not very often, because he's fixing to retire.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
He's
Well,
about
they'll
to
put a new one
retire.
in there though.
Well, Donnie is the chair of the safety committee, so communication is going to come from him.
And who will let Donnie know that?
Judge Fields.
Next 47 days.
Mr. Holland? And then, page 6, talks about all employees assigned to attend a training session must demonstrate competency and retention of the minimal acceptable information prior to returning to any job assignment. Who decides this? What are we basing competency on? I mean, define competency.
And that's gonna be up to the department heads.
Okay, how, do we have a manual that says, okay, this is
Well, I
the
think
degree
that'd
of
just be a
competency?
generally accepted office practice. You know if somebody's competently handling what you want them to do.
Okay.
It's up to the department head to determine you are competent or you're not competent.
Yeah.
Okay.
We really
Need some
don't
brush
want to add anything there because then we take power from departments. I mean, that's elected officials
Yeah,
are responsible for their own employees.
yes. And then on page 9, and this is all just glancing through it, on 6.3, accident reporting and investigation. I think if we're gonna be put in the spot of reporting and investigation, I think we all need to do training then.
Well, you're already in that spot because of workers' comp.
Yes, but who's gonna train us?
Well, we don't get training on it, so I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Who's
Is there a
gonna-
manual we go to?
No.
Because it says the immediate supervisor, risk manager, or auditor's office will investigate all work-related accidents. And then it says the county employees must follow the accident investigation policy. Are we gonna be in the middle of that investigation? I know in there, I believe it said we should be.
Well, if it's a workers' comp injury, the department head is involved.
Okay.
By default, they're involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't, yeah. I don't know if that's always happened in the past, outside, way years ago. And then on 6.8, the claims coordinator will report the following accidents to local, state, and federal agencies as required. So I just think it'd be a good idea to put those agencies in this policy plan.
Well, we are the claims coordinator,
Okay.
and we already report to Texas Department of Insurance. Well, it's through TAC. But we do the DWIC 1 already.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
And I just had a quick note on page 11, 7.1, plan review and revision. Maybe the elected officials, department heads need to know prior to, that we can have time to look at this. If we see any changes, whatever the committee thinks that the upcoming changes would be.
Well, it says it's gonna be reviewed in October of each year, so you would be
But-
planning for it.
But at Commissioner's Court, I mean, we haven't even had time to review it or put our input in.
You're talking about an annual review or review now?
Whatever this is talking about, periodic review and revision of plan components.
I think this means after it goes into effect.
So after it
We-
goes into effect, we, as department heads, will get a copy, we can review it. If we have anything that we don't agree with, or that's been, a shall or a will, that we think is a little bit strong, then we can come back to the court and address it.
Well, yeah, but it says here it's going to be reviewed in October of each year, so if something comes up, catalog it, and then in October, we look at it. I mean, unless it's something that needs to be taken care of, like yesterday.
So we're just gonna have to pencil our calendar nobody will let us know. I mean,
Well,
just
I'll
pencil.
Well, you're
talk
gonna
to
be here for
Donnie.
Commissioners Court meeting in
Yeah.
October, I would think.
Okay, so Donnie would be the one to communicate. Okay,
Yeah, at the next meeting, all the department heads are invited, and I guess one commissioner. Or we really don't want to call a committee meeting.
No.
So, yeah.
but that's all I glanced at real quick.
Okay. So, anything else from the commissioners? Do we need to table this and take more time to look at it and bring it back in? The next meeting, we'll have another meeting on the 24th, 2 weeks from today. It's on the 28th. Yeah, 28th.
Yeah, 'cause the sheriff or nobody else has got to look at it, don't seem fair to me.
Would you send out another email to all department heads so they can have that? And so with that then, do we want to have a motion to table this until the meeting on the 28th?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And Loretta, would you make sure that we're back on the 28th on the agenda, or send over whatever you need to send over to Shelby about that?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, that takes us to item number 9. County auditor to file audited Chapter 59 asset forfeiture reports for district attorney, sheriff, constable precinct 1, and constable precinct 2.
Yes. I did audit the Chapter 59 reports, constables 1 and 2, and the sheriff had no forfeitures during the fiscal year. The DA's office did have forfeitures, or they had seizures and forfeitures, and they disposed of some things. And starting on page 2 is, at the bottom is the beginning forfeited funds balance, which was $230,611.44. That's what was in the checking account. On page 3,
What section are you in?
just
Which
the
one?
very, oh, I'm sorry, it's the DA's.
Okay,
And starting on page 2 at the bottom.
okay.
And then on page 3, the account earned $1,023.83 interest. On page 4, $211.50 was received as forfeited funds from the sale of property. Then below in item I, expenditures paid out of the forfeiture fund, $6,740.88. And the forfeited funds ending balance is $225,105.89.
Okay. Gentlemen, questions, comments on any of these Chapter 59 asset forfeiture reports? All right, with that then, can we have a motion to accept the reports as presented?
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Thank you, Ms. Key.
Yes, sir.
All right, item number 10 is discuss, consider canvassing the 2022 November 8th general election. Ms. Olvera.
Good morning.
Morning. Catch your breath.
Finally.
Is this what I keep for the next 22
Yes,
months?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you have one? Oh, we had a really good turnout.
So the news is wrong.
I don't know
said
what
it
they
was
said.
They said it was
What'd they
lower
say?
than the last vote.
This was almost as busy as a presidential election for me.
For you?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the lines here in the courthouse, but they were,
Yeah.
How
they
many
were long.
total?
There was 61, 68 total.
61, 68.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have 12,000 or so voters?
12,290.
So about
Yep.
50% of the voters voted.
Yes, sir.
There we go, right there.
Yes, sir. Pretty neat.
Great.
We had,
Yeah, y'all didn't do very good on his printout. You can't see it.
oh, is it not there?
That's close
That's the
enough.
copier. There was 2,709 voted early and 3,086 voted on election day.
Wow.
Did you have a lot of people mail their ballots in?
I did. I had
or
three.
drop
I had
them off?
383 that I sent out, and I got back all but like 40.
Okay. Was
Yeah.
it mailed back in or dropped off?
I only had 2 people drop them off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the rest came in the mail.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I also had 37 limited ballots. That was a lot. Usually I might have 1 or 2, but that was 37 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good job.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the first time we had opportunity to use the new machines
Mm-hmm.
with the paper ballots, which seem on the voting side of it seemed to go pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty darn straightforward. You print in what you need, you enter in your ballot, print it on the paper, you take it out of the machine, you walk it to another machine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's no way there's any kind of monkey business with that, and then you feed it into another machine that scans it and drops
Right.
it into the vault. I don't see how that can not be a really good way to vote. So how did it work on your behalf, your perspective?
We had a few issues with people, they want to jam the paper in there, and so we had a few papers jam up. We had quite a few people try to walk out with them because they think that's their record to keep.
They felt they'd already voted maybe or
Right,
something?
right.
Yeah.
So we had to man people at the scanner so
Yep.
they could make it, hey,
Yeah.
put that in here. But it went really good.
Did all the electronics work together and tie together
Yeah,
across
yeah,
all
everything.
voting precincts?
Yep,
Good.
yeah. I was really stressing, but it went really good.
There was quite a crowd coming in and out of the courthouse.
Oh, yeah.
the other day for the
Yeah.
early voting.
We had a big old long line. Sorry, Kathy.
No, it's all right. I like seeing that. It's
I
been
kept,
years.
we would try to have them move on our side so they weren't blocking her doors, because
Yeah, it's-
there was, at one point on election day, they were all the way down to Andrea's office down there, so.
Usually it would take like a presidential election to get 60%
Right,
of voters to come
right.
out. We might have 35 or 40 on an off, which might be
Right.
an off year. But not this time.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, questions or comments? Anything that you heard or know about in the election process? All right.
Looked like it was run real good, Josh.
I think so.
Yeah.
And no runoff.
Do what?
And no
No
runoff.
runoff.
No runoff.
Yeah.
All right. With that, can we have a motion to declare that the votes from the November 8th of 2022 general election are hereby canvassed?
I'll make it, Jeff.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor say aye. All, aye as well. It is unanimous. And with that, it is unanimously approved. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where they vote?
Do what?
They must have let you keep them, so who did they vote?
Item number 11 is to discuss, consider waiving advertising for hiring a part-time employee for the tax assessor office.
And that is not gonna work out for me to not advertise.
Okay, so we're gonna have to
Went
advertise.
through everything Friday morning, or Thursday, yeah, it's,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to advertise it.
Okay, all right. So no action then on item number 11. Then we'll move on to item number 12, which is a 911 update, cooperative dispatch update. Sheriff, anything on,
Nothing
Dispatch?
really. We've just been doing a lot of training, mandated training. We got most of them, most of the telecommunicators have gone through their CPR for telecommunicator that was put out by the legislature last time. And then we're also got 2 that are going to associate, trainer course for TLETs this week. That'll allow us to do a lot more in-house, mandated in-house stuff.
all right.
The rest we'll talk about later.
Anybody else have anything to discuss about 911 or dispatch? All right, hearing nothing, then we'll move on. Item number 13 is update on the county burn ban. Of course, the burn ban went back on last Monday, and we've got a little bit of rain, but I'm not sure we got very much. I had like 4/10 of an inch of rain.
That's what I got, Judge.
Inch and a half.
What?
Inch and a half, right?
And I'll just remind everybody, if we take the burn ban off today, and I don't know what the commissioner's interest is in that, it'll be 2 weeks before we have another meeting, so it might get pretty dry again by the 28th. So, does anybody have an interest in making a motion to remove the existing burn ban? Hearing nothing then, the burn ban stays in effect. And we will move forward then. Item number 14 is personnel matters. Ms. Keith.
Yes, each of you have a report, and I noticed that this is 2 pay periods, so some of these are duplicate, but I'm going to go ahead. The time period of the report is October 12th through November 9th. During that time period, there was 1 full-time deputy county clerk new hire, 2 full-time corrections officers new hires, 1 full-time maintenance staff new hire, and employment terminations, 1 full-time maintenance staff, and 1 full-time deputy county clerk. I'm assuming it says clerk. I think that was county clerk.
All right. Anyone else have any issues to add for personnel report today? All right. Hearing none, can we have a motion in to accept this personnel report as presented by the auditor?
That's it.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Thank you, Rhoda.
Yes, sir.
15A is certification of additional revenue. We have a little bit here.
Yes, y'all ready?
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, the first 2 are fiscal year 22. And the first one is $22,876 received from the state comptroller. It was deposited into Road and Bridge checking, credited to the sales income revenue line, and I'm asking the court to increase the other miscellaneous expenditure line by the same $22,876. And this one, I'll have to do a 2023 budget amendment to bring this into the 2023 budget.
Okay.
The next one is $121.90 received from Brad Stevenson. It was deposited into general fund checking, credited to combined refunds. I am not asking for an expenditure increase. This is reimbursed of travel expenditures in fiscal year 2022. And then the remainder of these are fiscal year 2023. The first one is $14.11 received from the Eastland County Tax Assessor Collector BIT account. It was deposited into general fund, credited to combined refunds revenue account, and I'm asking the court, it was a reimbursement for a brother drum unit, and I'm asking the court to increase the computer supplies expenditure line by $14.11. Then $32.50 received from Cool Clearwater, deposited into general fund, credited to combined refunds reimbursements revenue line. This was reimbursement for a duplicate water payment in fiscal year 22, and I am not asking for an expenditure line increase. Then $616.74 received from Texas Association of Counties Judicial Education Grant Fund, deposited into general fund, credited to combined refunds reimbursements. This was reimbursement for the CDCA Fall Conference travel, and it was in fiscal year 22. There are two of these. One of them is for Tessa Culverhouse, and the other is for Kathy Jenko. So after those two, $840.20 received from Eastland Iron and Metal Recycling LLC, deposited into Road and Bridge checking, credited to sales income. This was the sale of scrap metal, and I'm asking the court to increase Precinct 2's equipment repairs by the same $840.20. After that, $3,380.15 received from the state comptroller, deposited into the grants fund checking, credited to the FEMA grant DR 4586 revenue line. And this was a cost share where we got additional funding for the winter storm in 2021. I'm asking the court to increase the grant fund FEMA DR 4586 expenditure line by the same $3,380.15. And that will be paid out if it has not already been, if it hasn't come through court. Next is $17,943.75 received from the state comptroller for the Texas General Land Office. It's deposited into grants fund checking, credited to the TXGLO MIT grant. This is for Lake Leon Dam improvements. I'm asking the court to increase the TXGLO MIT grant expenditure by the same amount. Then $327.72 received from Xerox Capital Services was deposited into the dispatch checking account, credited to combined refunds reimbursement. I am not asking for an expenditure increase because this was a base charge reimbursement from fiscal year 2022. Next, $427.98 received from Higginbottom Brothers and Company LLC. It's deposited into dispatch checking, credited to the combined refunds reimbursements revenue line. This was reimbursement of duplicate payments from fiscal year 2022, and I am not asking for a an expenditure line increase for that one either. Did I not do that one?
No.
Okay, then $698.29 received from First Financial Bank. It was deposited into the grant fund checking. Oh, and credited to interest earned revenue line. This is the HAVA grant, interest earned on it for the entire period we've had HAVA grant funds. And I'm asking the court to increase the voting equipment expenditure line in the HAVA grant by the same amount. Thank you. I must have stapled it to something else.
All right, gentlemen, any other questions or comments on these items of additional revenue and the expenditures thereof?
No, sir.
All right, can we have a motion then to certify the additional revenue and approve the expenditures as outlined by the county auditor?
Motion.
Do we need to also include in making the amendment for the budget?
No, I'll bring that to court.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second before us. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carried. Oh, there he is.
Did you vote in
Yes,
favor?
I spelled it too.
Thank you. How's that?
It's more than just one letter, you know, it's A-Y, okay.
It's don't have an I in it.
Not that kind of eye.
Aye. Those two, if you want to check my work.
No, they don't deny it. Yeah.
Is it the weather that makes you sleepy, Christina?
No, it makes my daily migraines.
No.
And there's that package check. All right, that takes us to item number 15C, which is amendment changes by fund. A small package there.
Okay, there are two reports. The first one is fiscal year 2022. I did do the salary accruals for the last week of September. So you'll notice in the descriptions that they're either certification of additional revenue or adjustment for salaries, payroll, overages. But this was all clearing up the fiscal year 2022 budget.
All right, and then on the 23,
On the 2023, these are adjustments within budget, certification of additional revenue, the budget amendment that was approved last Commissioners Court, and then the two in Fund 44 was just, I put them in the wrong fiscal year and had to back them out.
gentlemen, questions or comments about any of these amendment changes by fund? All right, can we have a motion then to approve amendment changes by fund as just presented? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries.
they playing again?
Yeah, Friday night,
Where?
Stratford, Lubbock,
Oh. And who do they play?
Stratford,
Where's that at?
some panhandle.
Oh.
They haven't lost either, have they? That'll be good.
And this, what name is this by Mr. Area?
Area.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. 15D is report of financial condition.
We have the regular meeting report, and these are unreconciled general ledger balances as of November 12th. And the first section is the combined statements of cash position. And as of November 12th, general fund checking, $3,480,500.27. Tax pool, $334,232.44. First Financial Bank CDs, $857,710. Texas Bank CD, $250,000. Schertz Bank CD, $250,000. Prosperity Bank CD, $250,000. Tex Pool Prime, $526,897.97. Texas Class, $515,685.63. Total general ledger balance, all funds on deposit for general fund, $6,465,026.31. Road and Bridge checking, $670,312.84. You'll skip down to Fund 26, which is the ARPA funds. Checking, $974,070.67. Texas Class, $505,524.76. Fund total, $1,479,595.43. The other funds are listed. And on the fourth page, total general ledger balance, all funds on deposit for the county, $12,827,619.13. There are two total pages. Then the combined statement of revenue and expense for November, showing November month-to-date revenue and expense and year-to-date revenue and expense. And you can see that we are still in a good revenue position and a cash position. They're listed by fund. The last report is a combined statement of cash receipts and disbursements, showing the beginning cash balance, cash receipts, cash disbursements, and ending cash balance by fund and account type. And then the last page of the report is the schedule of lease payments. And this is as of October 31st, showing the 4 lease purchase agreements for Road and Bridge. And we do have 2 payments that are due in December.
All right, any questions or comments on the unreconciled balances as of November the 12th on this report? With that then, can we have a motion in to accept that report for filing?
Motion.
Now second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? And that carries. Okay, that takes us to 15E, investment report.
No investment report at this meeting, Judge.
Okay. 15F, financial reports from departments. And let's see, Kathy, I've got the AgriLife Extension, both reports. I've got Sheriff Wager's report for fines and fees turned over to the treasurer. I've got the district clerk's deposit report, registry of the court report, and then I've got Constable Drusido, Precinct 2, monthly activity report. Got the county clerk's journal activity report. I've got your report on the collection registry. Got your report on direct deposits. I've got Judge Spears' report, Judge Glenn's report on collections, and then the Precinct 4 report, which is probably all zeros. Okay, did I miss anything that you have?
I have Constable 1's report,
Okay,
the DMV, and the tax office report,
okay,
and that's it.
all right. Any questions or comments, gentlemen? Can we have a motion then to accept those reports just named for filing?
Motion. Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same aye. And that carries. Item number 16 is bills, claims, and accounts. Ms. Keith?
There are, I believe, 7 sets total, and Christina gave each of you 2 prior to court. The first set is November 10th payroll. This is all payroll payables other than workers' comp and unemployment. Then November 10th gross wages. October 31st, this is health reimbursement arrangement, employee reimbursement for deductible. Then November 14th payables, this was a RICO bill and a placement for juvenile probation that needed to be paid. November 15th payables, that's regular payables for today. Then one dated October 10th, this is fiscal year 2022. This is Hart Intercivic for voting equipment. And then 11/16, also 11/16. This is also fiscal year 2022 Biz Protect for some equipment in the DA's office. And I believe that is officially our last 2022 payroll, correct?
It is.
Yes.
All right. That budget year's wrapped up. Good deal. Thank you, ladies. Gentlemen, questions or comments on this set of bills to be paid?
Make a motion with paying.
Motion made and seconded to pay all the bills, claims, and accounts. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And that carries. We are paying the bills.
You can.
Your show.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. My pleasure.
Ronnie, what happened to the Cowboys yesterday?
Yeah, they was trying awful hard, didn't you think?
They had it.
They had it.
They lost it.
They
They
lost.
were trying real hard till about the fourth quarter, and they just kind of,
Them 2 interceptions,
a lot of penalties.
they wanted too bad.
Something bad indeed happened.
Then they got another hard team this week.
Who do they play this week?
Maybe lose the channel.
Okay.
You'll
Easy
never
there.
find that again.
Get your train back on track.
The money doing symbols is already wore out.
Oh, they hadn't lost yet. Judge, God, Lord. I can't think who it is.
It'll come back.
Yeah, one day.
Let's take a short recess. I make a motion, we take a short recess, and then we can go back into item 17.
I thought we was going home.
Well, we will pretty soon. Do we have a second for a recess?
What's your-
All in favor, say aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to go back into regular session. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And we now have item number 17, which is discuss and consider applying for a West Central Texas Council of Government grant for generators to be a dispatch communication tower. Sheriff Wegger. what do you have
This
there,
is
sir?
part of that project for those 3 extra towers that we put in. Last year, it's kind of an ongoing deal. The towers are up and in and working and all that stuff, but this is to put generators on those 3 towers. The COG has a special grant just for generators that they've been dealing with. They came out and did the surveys and all that stuff already, but I needed permission to go to apply for this grant. It's a 90-10 grant, but it's also an in-kind grant if we wanted to do some of the work ourselves. So the total is $95,850, which would be 90% of that would be $86,265, and then the county would be responsible for $9,585 in either monetary or in kind. If we go out there and put the pads in or whatever. They said it's not very stringent. So this would it's a generator.
There's no generator on those towers now?
There's no generator at all on the towers.
If you had to pay the $9,585, do you have that in your budget, or do we need to go out for
I think we could make it work, but
Okay.
I think that if we did some of the in-kind stuff, that we would come out better. We'd come out ahead on the deal.
Okay. I'm just preparing you, just in case we don't get the in-kind,
Right.
or like-kind, whatever we call it. All right. Now, we don't own
That would
these
put a
towers.
generator on everything
Right.
that dispatch has.
Western Tower, we put a generator out there years ago, and the main tower, of course, has a generator on it. These other 3 towers that we use would get generators as well. All right, gentlemen, questions, comments? It's a good idea. We have all this working very well right now. Let's try to keep it going.
I'll make the motion to do it.
All right, we have a motion to apply for the WestCOG grant for generators, for 3 generators. Any further discussion? We have a second on that. All in favor, say aye. Aye as well.
Jason,
Okay.
if you'll let us know on pads type stuff.
I will, and I don't know what the time frame is on this, how long it's taken to go through or anything. We didn't really get into that part of the discussion. They came down and we took pictures and GPS coordinates, and they looked over everything and all that, but we didn't get into what the time frame was. So, but I sure will. Appreciate it.
I would make a further motion. I'll go ahead and make a motion that Sheriff Wegger be allowed to sign whatever comment or contracts or application process that he needs to get this project completed.
I'm second to it.
All right, motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye as well. It is unanimous. Okay, so that
Thank
gives
you.
you the authority to sign what you need to keep it going.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
And will you sure and send me whatever you sign? So
Sure.
I know
Yeah.
my responsibilities.
Yeah, this is the application right here. I just got to fill this out,
Okay.
and then they will take it from there and do the rest of it. So it's pretty easy on my side,
All
Grant.
right. Okay, now we'll keep your seat and get this turned on, make sure it's working properly.
It's 95,000,
Okay.
850. Yeah.
You want a copy of this, David?
All right, and we are recording. May we have a motion to go into executive session for deliberation regarding contracts being negotiated? This is one, I'm turning to you. Who do you want to have here at the table?
At least have Loretta and Chief Holland.
Okay.
Kathy can stay, I don't
Okay.
care, but
Julie, would you go ahead and turn off all your recording devices, please? And